The Great Forgetting: How You Lost Touch with Your Wholeness. Written by Dr. James Ojjeh. Welcome to the Divine Frequency. Today, we are going to talk about something that happened to you before you had any say in it, before you had words for it, before you even knew it was happening. And yet, it shaped everything. Every relationship you have entered, every limit you have accepted, every moment you looked in the mirror and felt quietly that something was missing. I call it the Great Forgetting. And it is the most silent, most invisible, and most consequential event in nearly every human life. Before you learned your name, before you learned what the world expected of you, before anyone told you what to chase, or who to become, you already carried everything you needed. You did not arrive incomplete. You did not arrive lacking. You arrived as a whole being, breathing, feeling, sensing, alive, connected to something vast and intelligent that no textbook has ever fully captured. And then, slowly, the world began to teach you otherwise. What is the Great Forgetting? There is a quiet tragedy that unfolds in nearly every human life. It does not happen all at once. It happens slowly, gently, and almost invisibly, like the fading of a song you once knew by heart. From the moment you entered this world, you began absorbing information. Not just words and images, but emotional frequencies, belief systems, and unspoken rules about who you were allowed to be. You learned through the faces of your caregivers, through the tone of their voices, through what was rewarded and what was punished. You learned what made people proud and what made them withdraw. You learned to adapt, to perform, to survive. And in that process, something essential was gradually covered over. Not destroyed, never destroyed, but buried beneath layers of conditioning so thick that most people forget it was ever there. This is the Great Forgetting, the slow, unconscious process by which a human being forgets their own wholeness. It is the moment a child begins to believe that love must be earned, that worth must be proven, that happiness lives somewhere outside of them, waiting to be found in the right relationship, the right achievement, or the right version of themselves. And society reinforces this forgetting at every turn. From the earliest years of education, we are measured, ranked, and compared. We are taught that intelligence is defined by test scores, that success is measured by titles and income, and that our value increases when others approve of us. The message is subtle, but relentless. You are not enough as you are. You must become more, do more, achieve more. And so begins the chase for external validation, the chase for accomplishment, the chase for the next thing that will finally make us feel whole. And for many people, that chase becomes a lifetime. But here is the truth that the world rarely teaches. You were whole before the race began. The science behind the forgetting. This is not just a philosophical idea. It is supported by what we now understand about the human brain. From birth to approximately 7 years of age, a child's brain operates primarily in theta and alpha brainwave states. These are the same states associated with deep relaxation, hypnosis, and heightened suggestibility. In simple terms, a young child's mind is wide open. It absorbs everything in its environment without the critical filter that develops later in life. During this window, a child does not evaluate whether the information it receives is true or false, helpful or harmful. It simply records. Every emotional tone, every reaction, every unspoken message is taken in and stored as a belief, a feeling, an instruction for how to navigate the world. If a child is consistently told they are loved, safe, and capable, those messages become the foundation of their inner world. But if a child absorbs messages of inadequacy, conditional love, fear, or emotional withdrawal, those patterns also become encoded, not just in the mind, but in the nervous system itself. This is the mechanism behind what many people experience as low self-worth, persistent anxiety, or an unnamed sense of not being enough. These are not character flaws. They are recordings, programs that were written before you had any say in what was being installed. And it goes even deeper. The field of epigenetics has shown that emotional experiences, particularly those rooted in fear and trauma, can alter gene expression and be transmitted across generations. Research at Emory University demonstrated that mice conditioned to fear a specific scent passed that fear response to their offspring, even though the offspring had never been exposed to the original stimulus. Studies on communities affected by war and famine have revealed similar patterns in human populations. This means that some of the weight you carry, some of the fear, some of the doubt, some of the invisible heaviness that seems to have no clear origin, may not have even begun with you. It may have been passed down through your lineage. But here is the empowering truth. It can end with you. The programs can be changed. The brain is not fixed. Neuroplasticity, the brain's ability to reorganize itself by forming new neural connections, means that no matter what was recorded in those early years, new patterns can be written. New beliefs can replace old ones. New pathways can be carved through intention, awareness, and practice. The remembering. If the great forgetting is the process by which we lose touch with our wholeness, then the work of healing is not about becoming someone new. It is about remembering. Remembering that you did not arrive broken. Remembering that the beliefs that told you otherwise were never yours to begin with. They were inherited, absorbed, and mistaken for truth. Recognizing this is not about blame. Most of the people who shaped your early programming were doing the best they could with what they carried inside themselves. Many of their beliefs were also inherited, passed down silently through generations like an emotional inheritance no one asked for. But awareness changes everything. The moment you see the program, you are no longer inside it. You are observing it. And the observer has a power the program does not. The power to choose. You do not need to change everything at once. You do not need to overhaul your entire belief system in a single day. You need only to begin noticing. Noticing what you tell yourself when things go wrong. Noticing the emotions you carry into your morning. Noticing the stories you repeat about who you are and what you deserve. And in that noticing, the forgetting begins to reverse. Not through force, through presence, through the gentle, persistent decision to see yourself clearly. Perhaps for the first time. You were born whole. You have always been whole. And the power to live from that wholeness has always been within you. You did not come here to prove your worth. You came here to live it. You did not come here to earn your place. You came here to take it, gently, with open hands and a steady heart. The world will continue to measure you. Let it, but do not let its measurements. Become your mirror. You are the mirror. You are the reflection. You are the light behind both. And the first step to reclaiming your power is simply this. Remember. Remember who you were before the forgetting began. Remember the wholeness that never left. Remember the quiet, unshakable truth that no circumstance, no opinion, no failure, and no loss has ever been powerful enough to diminish. You are still here, you are still whole, and the power within you is ready to awaken. If this episode stirred something in you, please share it with someone who needs to hear it. and subscribe to stay connected as we continue to explore healing, consciousness, and the science of human potential. This episode is based on themes explored in the book You Were Never Broken by Dr. James Ojjeh, available on Amazon. Stay rooted in your truth, stay in your light, and stay with us as we continue to awaken, to heal, and to live fully in the divine frequency.